and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Load it! Load it!
On second down, it's Hines. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Black 11!
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's got his man, Hilton. Give him 30 yards there.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. In on the tackle, it was Duke Ejiofor.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Switch! Alpha! Wait, 89!
On second down now, it's Hines. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's third and short.
Hey, 79! 79!
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the goal.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Check.
To throw is Watson. And right away, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. He's got his target, it's Cobb. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Faking the give. Now Watson. Caught by Cobb. And he's taken down inside the 30. And they'll get him to the ground. And he has another first down at the Colts 28. A first down carry here for Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Watson into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half. And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting. We talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On 2nd and 9, Rivers. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield? It's very difficult, especially if they're under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively. Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here comes Carter. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too? And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Watson. That's complete to Cobb. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's how we do it, baby.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Markevius Mingo able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
To throw is Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. Hey, 59. Check 26, check 26, 25, check 25.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Temple, Rocky Sin. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Play action now. Rivers. Campbell making the catch. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Going deep here for Stills. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was looking to go back to Stills, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The final shot before the break, Watson. And that will be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one. And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake here, Rivers. His throw incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases.
He's got a man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 81 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
Let him know, let him know. Load it, load it. Mike 41. Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, wahoo.
Rivers now to throw on first down. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Mo Alley-Cox, his tight end. And that'll bring up second down. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
55.
To throw again. Rivers. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson dumping it off for Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Johnson, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
From the 25 on second down, Rivers into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 39, Watson being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Watson. That's Stills bringing it in. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 32-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. On 2nd down, Johnson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
3 buds. And 58 is the mic. Well, 58 is the mic. Army. Put it on.
Now Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go right back to Mack. He finds an opening past the 40. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Watson now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. The 30, 10. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
Whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden, because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3.